And so actually, I think the first time we came was right after we used to go to the gym, like right around the corner from here. And so we thought it was a really good idea to come in our sweaty clothes, not showered, to this place. So,
but we came on a Groupon, so it was okay, right?
Yeah, we did. We did come on a Groupon.
Yep.
So I felt like it was okay. I'm like, I came on a Groupon, so I'm going to be in sweaty clothes. It's fine. And so, yeah, we were greeted by Robert and literally had the best experience ever. Decided to sign up right then and there, which I'm sure also that's probably happened to a lot of people who had Robert. And so it has been 4 years, and we have had a lot of fun.
Oh, we've had a lot of fun, and we've loved hanging in this.
We had our baby shower here back in November.
Wow.
We did have our baby shower. We had half the room. It was a great time, and certainly giving a shout out to our members room gal as well. Sherry is the best, and we love being both Sherrys are the best, and
Both Sherrys, all right.
and one of them is behind the scenes at this moment, and the other is here in spirit for sure. So thank you, Sherrys, for making this an amazing opportunity and environment also. So that's
can I tell you what you, Matt, and Shauna inspired me to do?
Yeah, tell me.
Yes.
You guys would knock on the door at 4:40 and text Sherry Palmer and say, "Can we come in?" So to keep things legal, we moved our opening time on Fridays to 4:00 because we can set our weekly calendar by you guys showing up Friday at 4:45.
You all are welcome out there. You're all welcome. No, you know what it is? So I used to, back when I was a corporate slave, I used to work kind of around the corner, and on Fridays, like sometimes our boss would let us out at like 4:30 on Fridays, and he was like, "You're welcome." And I'm like, "It's 4:30." And so he'd let us out at 4:30s, and so that's why we would get here. I'd like call Matt and I'd be like, "I just got out. Like, let's."
Was that your dad's business?
No, oh my gosh, that was after. Yeah, when that be, and my dad's back there too. So I'm like, "Oh, this jerk let us out at 4:30 on a Friday." No, but we would get here at 4:45, and we would stand out there. We would stand. We wouldn't even have the decency to sit in the car like normal people, and like.
Well, you wouldn't want anyone else to get in front of us.
I didn't want anyone. It's so bad. I'm okay with it though.
It's a good virtual tasting when David is talking the least.
Well, I was going to say though, we need to have a little bit more happy hour.
Okay. Yes.
And we have to bring in a wine. So I decided it's like almost the end of summer. Is that hard to believe or what? So I thought maybe we would have what I consider one of our better summer wines, just in my opinion, because wine's all about opinions, is the Albreño. So let's take a look at this, and obviously it's white, nice golden color, right? We're going to do a real tasting, and we're going to look, smell, and aromatics on Albreños are fantastic. Just that
fruity
fruit nose,
yeah.
Anything else? Anything you
on
smell?
The smell?
Yeah.
I smell melon.
Melon's a great one. Summer melon.
I've got a little honey, actually.
A little honey. Well, it is a little, yeah. And I think you guys nailed it.
Way to go, Matt.
Yeah.
Now let's taste it and see if it tastes like the end of summer.
I kind of tasted it before you said so. It's kind of like
it's
that.
All right.
It's that awkward, drink before you cheers.
Yeah. We're retasting.
Matt's chugging. He's not tasting. He's chugging.
Well, he's a little wants to be sure he's ready to be on camera.
And to be fair,
and he's made no mistakes. I've made tons.
No, well, to be fair, my 10-month-old daughter and I were hanging all afternoon,
Ooh.
and so I was like, Shauna, we're going to get wine right now.
Right now.
So.
And we got here at 4:40.
Yeah, we did. We did.
It was wonderful. It has been wonderful. Yay!
And so as I pour, David, we always pour label out, right?
Absolutely. Label out.
Especially with our premium wines.
We need to probably increase our resolution to make sure people can see.
Can we get a zoom?
What we're drinking.
Oh, my gosh.
We can't zoom. It's too bad. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Do we have a Delta cam?
A Delta cam. No, we need a Delta cam. We can bring Delta on.
She'll make her cameo.
She'll
yeah. She'll make her cameo.
It'll probably be after, she eats so that, she gets hangry. I don't know. She's my daughter in that aspect, I guess.
Now, one of the things I've been sidetracked a little bit watching is Amber in the background as she prepares this wonderful sangria. Now, I don't think we're quite ready for sangria, but Peter is. And if we switch to the side view, he's going to show us. Oh, he's bringing it over.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's delivering a sangria.
Wow.
So
wait. Oh my gosh.
pick it up. Show
And
us.
mine came with a cigar. It's great.
Ooh, that is looking gorgeous.
Thank you, Sir Peter.
Wow.
Yeah. Pat and Jenna here.
Pat and Jenna here, also known as Matt and
All right.
Shauna.
Now, that is one of our specials.
Getting notes of cinnamon.
It is, yes. I think holiday.
So are we holding off on sipping this at
You
the moment?
can try it. Go ahead. This is having too much fun. Now,
Matt, you run a lot of stop signs.
I want to show where I rank on all this. Now, you saw their beautiful ones here. There's mine. Oh, wait, there. I'm good. Oh, thank you.
You sure?
That's my.
Say it, don't spray it.
That's right. I don't even get the real thing.
Ask me to move the wine closer to the camera.
So, Peter, what do you have you ever given thought, Peter, to having some element of a cigar lounge in here?
I am just trying to do what I do.
Wine
legally and
to
properly.
to do what you do best, right? Wine.
Yes, but yes, I would consider a cigar lounge.
I like that idea.
My son and I have probably to smoke cigars recently.
You don't have you don't have your mic.
No, I haven't considered that.
That was a different answer
was
than what
good.
he was going on about off mic. But
Carrying on and on.
of course. Well, no, I thought you were trying. I thought David was trying to rope us back into the white Albarino. So I was going to circle back for you, David. But
Thank you.
when I took that last sip, it was a lot crisper on that sip on the Albarino than it was the first sip I took.
Did you already try the sangria?
It was pre-sangria.
Pre-sangria,
It was
okay.
just
'Cause
before sangria.
I would think the sangria will definitely change your taste buds. But yeah, the Albarino does have a slight sweetness to it, so you have to be a little careful. But I think it's pretty nice. It's very refreshing, floral.
Mhm.
Goes with just about any fruit. White.
Shauna, can you see the crumbs on the back of your father's shoulder?
We're looking
He's
at
saving
off-camera.
them for later.
So Grandma and Grandpa. Well,
am I holding the
yeah, go ahead.
microphone
Well,
to
Grandma
you?
and Grandpa, who are known as Bobby and Grandpop, are here watching.
parents, yes.
Shauna's parents are here watching Delta, so they're just behind the camera as well, and Delta's throwing snacks everywhere. But so when I was walking around on Fridays, there was a member and who used the term that I had never heard prior to walking around for some of the white wines. And as soon as this member said this term, I said, "This is brilliant." But the term is a patio pounder. So have you heard that before,
No,
David?
I have not.
Have you heard that, Sierra? Have you heard that before?
Patio pounder. There you go.
If this member is on right now, could you please
Yeah, raise your hand.
no, I want to know where that came from.
I do want to give credit.
Did she?
when
Yeah,
credit's
identify
due.
yourself.
Yeah, I do want to give credit where credit's due, but I used that for a few
Oh,
weeks after because
that's
a
great.
good, crisp white wine that you can enjoy in the sun or sitting out on the patio or on the beach, whatever it is.
I like
it's
it.
a patio pounder, and it's
Patio
great.
pounder.
And the best
All
part about
right.
patio pounders is that you go through those bottles quite quickly, and so then you have to come back to the winery to stock up, right?
Available for curbside pickup.
Available now. Now I think we
Operators are
probably-
waiting.
We're here
Are you
standing
ready,
by.
Peter? Because we got you on camera. We had you on camera. Are you ready for your next installment, the Peter installment
Why, yes.
announcement? All right,
Why, yes.
take it away, Peter.
I'm trying to stand by my banner. I want to look good. So I want to let you all know that right now it's Wine-tober. And
Nice.
Orange Coast Winery is having a contest to use up your credits. And if you have 0 credits on October 31st and you're an active member, your name will be put into an auction. Well, not an auction, a lottery. And you have the chance to win 3 prizes. Third prize is a bottle of orange bubbly. Second prize is a bottle of a Brut Rosé and the Albarino our guests are drinking today. And the grand prize is our 2017 Primitivo, the 2019 Chardonnay, and a Grand Cru. That's an awesome prize.
Nice.
That is
Who approved
awesome.
these?
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, we want you guys to use your credits because the more you use those credits, the more we work through the wine we have here and the more wines we can bring in for you. So you guys are doing awesome. We've asked you in September and October to use up those credits so we can continue to give the double credits, and you're doing a good job.
So are double credits still a thing?
They've been a thing through October.
We love that.
Double
Love
credits
that.
are a thing through October.
Oh, awesome.
Unfortunately, we've asked people to use their credit within a given month,
Mhm.
and most people have obliged.
Good.
I was an industrial engineer, and they call it creating a sense of urgency. So it's working, and the holidays are coming, so that'll be an announcement coming in a little bit. But it's Winetober. Use up those credits, and you can win a prize.
But you know what's really cool, Peter, too, is
Me?
through the pandemic. You are very cool. You are very cool.
Suck
But
up.
through the pandemic, we hear about supporting small business, supporting local business, and those types of things, right? And maybe those who are members and have the auto charge, they might think, hey, the winery, has my money, right? They've hit my credit card for that. But what actually helps Orange Coast Winery the most is if they come in and pick up those wines.
That's true.
Right.
That's correct.
So
That's
the
correct.
whole idea of shop small, shop local, support local business, come and pick up the wine, and that supports this business the most. And I promise you that just came into my head, and we did not coordinate that. But all of a sudden, it's like everyone should come for that purpose alone. Come in and help support the winery.
I'm
Absolutely.
tearing up. I love inventory turns.
All right. Well, I think you deserve a new wine just for that. So I do have another glass.
The
so you don't
moment
have to
we've
worry
all
about,
been waiting for.
You don't have to worry about patio pounding that one.
Okay.
So I'm going to pour.
But I'm going to anyway.
I'm going to. Who says we can't?
Can you
I'm gonna
say?
pour myself
Can you
some.
say new mom?
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Poured
Wait,
myself
it's
some. Go
Saturday,
ahead
even
and pour.
better.
You should have two.
Who
clean
knows what day it
glasses.
is?
And we're going to try the Petite Sirah now. If you hadn't, we just heard that you're supposed to come pick up. If you have some credits, come pick up some. If you don't, pick up a Petite Sirah. If you already have it, open it up. You can always buy another one. And let's try it together right now. Okay. We're switching gears a little bit.
My
Obviously-
husband's the best. Look at his
Look at-
pours.
oh,
this
he
is a
ga-
this is a
that's a
nice
serious-
tasting pour
Yes.
here.
This is why we don't let him work here anymore.
Yeah. Talk about inventory turn. I was able to do that pretty quick on Fridays, huh?
Yeah.
So label out, right?
So now, while we're waiting for Peter to get some, we are swirling. We're looking at the color. Does anybody have a comment on the color? Have you looked at the wine? Now, it's a little dark in here, but the wine is even darker.
It is very dark, and
It
that
is-
makes me happy.
It makes me happy. It's a much prettier purple than my shirt is. Yeah. Now, let's
Shut up.
Let's do a little smell test. Now we're switching gears. Definitely not this is not a white wine.
Well, I am looking at the legs, and since it is October and getting near Halloween, it kind of looks like blood splattered on the wall, dripping down
Ooh.
very slowly.
I don't know about how appetizing that is, but it's
Yeah.
great. So who else has one of these Petite Sirahs, has opened it, and is tasting along with us? Let us know, and let us know as soon as you can what you think, because we're going to talk a little bit about
I have
Petite
one,
Sirah.
and I'm tasting it.
All right. Peter has one, and he's tasting. Peter's tasting along with us. And it's for the first time, right, Peter?
Yes.
So, David, can I ask you, what is your opinion on when you aerate the wine in your mouth? You take a sip and you kind of breathe in and let the wine aerate. Is there a term for that? And like, what do you think about
I guess
that process? Is it worth it?
Sierra's dad has a word for that. What is it, Sierra? He goes. It's like whooshing or swooshing or no.
Double mic on that.
I completely failed there. There was something he did in Bordeaux, and I'll never live it down.
But typically all I do is try to maximize make sure I get wine everywhere in my mouth. So I definitely swish it around.
Okay.
I don't really breathe a lot and make a lot of noise, but I do it multiple times. So in other words, the same with when I'm smelling, you'll notice that I'll go like that, like this. I probably do it 10 times. And the reason is if you saturate your nose, you quit smelling. So you want to kind of move it away, smell something else, come back to it, and maybe you'll catch up a different aroma. And right now I'm smelling Peter. Oh. That's a
David was smelling you. I don't know. I kind of blanked out. I said, well, we'll leave that one for the audience.
So let's talk a little bit about Petite Sirah, because I don't know how many people out there are Petite Sirah fans. I think that Petite Sirah is one of those wines that you go through, and depending on where you are in your wine experience, you've probably had a Petite Sirah. Whether you liked it or not depends on the style. Petite Sirah can be one of the biggest, boldest, tannin, fruit bombs, whatever, all these different styles. Have we tasted this one yet?
No.
Let's taste it and find out what we think of this one, and then we'll go back.
Yes, we are guilty. We have tasted it.
I was like, oh gosh, what answer does David want?
No, it's fine. So what do you think? Obviously, it's not a subtle wine. It's going to be big, but I wouldn't call it a tannin wine. Tannin?
This is like what I would call like a classic steakhouse wine.
I
Like
agree.
this is what I want to drink when I'm at like a nice steakhouse. I'm taking my time on the food. I'm taking my time on the wine. Like this is like a good. Where are we going for dinner? Let's go to
I'm
a
glad you
steakhouse.
brought that up, because so many people, as soon as they mention steak, they want to go Cabernet Sauvignon. And this wine will stand up to most steaks.
Oh, and exceed it, I think,
And exceed it,
right
yes.
now, because I haven't always done the mouth swoosh as you describe, but like I just did that, and I was like, dang, it really made
It
the
matters.
wine taste different. It does. It matters. I agree with you, David. It's not tannin-y, but it's big and it's bold.
It's big and bold.
And it's I wouldn't go as far to say it's like an earthy tone or anything, but it's
I'm getting a little.
heavy.
I'm getting a little woodsy.
a little woodsy.
Yeah, but not. I'm like a big jammy. Like the jammier the better. Like But this, I don't know. This to me, like if I get too much into the wood flavor,
I'm an earthy, you're a jammy, and when we
this
go
is a
too
really
far,
good.
either polar opposite.
This
is-
I feel like this is a good marriage for. And this is a good marriage.
A good marriage.
This is a good marriage, and this
Yay.
is a good marriage. Yes.
You're seeing firsthand what a good marriage can be.
The perfect blend of Jamie.
Okay, so
I was talking wine, but obviously no.
So David, I'm sorry I don't mean to disrespect. I'm kind of quizzing you a little bit too,
No problem.
right? So with Orange Coast Winery Wines, being a member for 4 years, I've really, really enjoyed our wine the most when it's decanted for about 30 minutes to 1 hour.
Yes.
And I was just at an event a couple weeks ago and brought a bunch of cases of wine over, and I was telling the folks there, I said the wine we didn't finish at the event, I said, when you bring it home, decant it and keep it open for, and had a few glasses, I said, keep it open for an hour.
Yep.
And when we drink our OCW wines on a Friday or Saturday night, we open them at 4.
On a Friday or Saturday night or a Tuesday or like a Wednesday
Depends on
or
how
a
mommyhood
Thursday.
went that night. Yeah.
So
But we leave them open. So what's your thought?
typically just opening the bottle isn't enough. There
Right.
isn't enough airspace. You really have to either decant or pour it into a glass and wait.
Yep.
Some people try to really speed things up and use the little aerator attachment, whatever. I'm okay with that, but you really have to let it set and make sure the initial bubbles go away, which can take as long as 10 minutes, because you really want to taste the wine.
It's good.
And
it's
I
good.
highly recommend anytime you have time to let it open up. Probably this wine, being as big as it is, I probably would have decanted it. And
Yeah, I kind of
why
threw
we
a dig
didn't-
there, an unknown dig, but
why we
the
didn't-
heck wasn't it decanted, David?
why we didn't today is because I knew you could handle it. Either way, I knew you were going to rise to the occasion and tell us all about it, which you did. Thank you very much. But yes, always, we've noticed that so many times here, all of our wines get better with at least an hour of air.
Yeah.
So whether you decant it or leave it open, but if you leave it open, you have to at least pour glass out first to make sure that it gets down the neck enough so you get a little more air.
And by pour it out?
Into a glass.
Okay.
And then come back 10 minutes later and drink it. If you can stand the 10 minutes.
Shauna puts the bottle upside down in the decanter and lets it sit there to make sure every drop comes out of the bottle.
Well, it's like honey, you know, when you're at the end of like a honey thing and you got to like sit. No, but I was really nervous that you meant, you know, throw it out or pour it out because, you know the Psalms and they drink it and then they spit it like that you know, like I thought that's where we were going and I was, Okay. Just making sure.
No, we definitely don't do that here. And actually,
Thank God.
I've seen a single customer in my entire time working here do a swish and spit type of situation, and I was not expecting it, and nobody else at the bar was either.
Is that person on camera?
And they haven't been back since.
One customer or one employee, Sierra?
It was a customer.
Oh, customer. I thought you said employee. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you get excommunicated for stuff like that. Don't pull that here. Don't pull that here.
I have been known to taste and spit, but only when it's official business. Because if you really want to evaluate wine, unfortunately, the alcohol kind of gets to your head, and then you quit evaluating it
White
correctly.
balance.
But I can't quite read what it says on camera.
It's because it's blown out. The coloring is very nice.
Oh, so nice.
Written on an email that says
yeah. That says confidential.
Now I'm going to put Sierra on the spot while we're playing around here because earlier in our evaluation of this wine, what we did was we were talking and we said, you know, this is a steak wine. And I said, well, wait a minute. There's a lot of people out there that maybe don't eat meat, maybe vegetarian. Can we come up with something? We didn't come up with vegan, but we did come up with a tart. Now, I don't know if she can bring up the picture of her tart, but it is gorgeous, and we're going to try it. So I think we're going to switch there.
All right.
I'm so sorry. Let's bring Sierra back in. You can go to the side camera if you want, but for whatever reasons, we turned off the mics by going to that for that picture view. I'm very sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the tart here in case you missed that. So we have a savory tart shell. We have heirloom tomatoes. We have a nice olive oil that I actually got from Italy from my family, so it's very nice.
Perfect.
Some salt, pepper, oregano, garlic. Then we have some Kalamata olives on there, as well as fresh basil. And that drizzle is a goat cheese, yogurt, garlic drizzle on there as well.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Is it goat cheese
Thank you, Matt.
yogurt?
It's it's basically
like
a
a goat
sauce
milk?
made with yogurt and goat cheese blended,
She pretty.
as well as garlic and some.
Thank
All
you
right.
for the fill-in.
Ooh, can't wait.
So, as always, if you're going to do a pairing, a tasting, you want to baseline the wine.
Okay, Shauna.
Make sure that wine is planted in your brain as to whether or not you think it's good, whether or not you think it's sweet, all those characteristics. Then you want to taste the food.
I wore white pants to a wine tasting with food. That's smart.
We only do headshots, so you're okay. Okay, then we're going to taste. Great job, Sarah.
You know, before global warming, they said you can't wear white pants after Labor Day. But we live in fire country.
And still local summer until October 15th.
This year, everything's been pushed back, so it's December 1st.
Wow, I think we did good. I think it can stand up to the olives. It can stand up to the crust, flavors, the oregano. All blends together.
It's
The
really
crust
good.
is fantastic.
Sierra, I would rather have that tart than one of the flatbreads, I think. when tasting. Yeah, because it's not.
And we are loyal.
Yeah, we are loyal.
Flatbreaders.
But it has a completely different consistency, and it removes that the bread, whatever taste. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Crumbly. Mm-hmm.
But I love what's on top. So well done, and thank you for sharing it with us.
It takes a team. Thanks, Sierra. You're making me look good.
The goat cheese makes it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So what's the big? So I don't even know if I have credits because I think I've used them all, right? But what
always buy.
Like what's the? No, I do. I mean, I walked out with a few Nostras, but I want to know what the specials are because am I taking thunder? Am I taking
Nostras are gone.
Completely gone. There's not even like a
gone.
1-2 bottle stash.
We just got them.
We did.
You might have bought the last ones.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh damn, Louie.
And that's a good segue. Maybe Peter wants to tell us a little bit about inventory. I think that's what he was saying because we get out of wine. We have tons of wine, but you also at the same time have to order the ones you want because we may come up with a new vintage. Maybe we won't, Nostra, but let Peter talk. I'll be quiet.
We are a small boutique winery, and we make wines based on the quality of the annual harvest. So you never quite know what's going to be made. You never quite know what the wine will taste like. So if there's a particular vintage and varietal you like, you should stock up on that. We get a lot of questions like, when are you going to run out? And I am a smart ass. I don't want to say I don't want to be a smart ass, but people say, when are you going to run out? It's like when we sell the last bottle. Anyway, the next year could be different because the environment's different, the vineyard's different. You just never know. But we are pushing you to pick up your wine so we can continue the supply chain, bringing in new wines. November 1st, we're releasing a Merlot.
Ooh,
the most confused wine there may be right now, thanks to Sideways the movie. In December, we're releasing a Malbec.
God bless.
God bless. It's a reserve Malbec from our Montfort vineyards.
That really means like yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
That's good. It's not like bless your heart.
No,
bless your heart.
Oh bless.
So we have a lot of wine coming. So we want you to do your pickups. Anyway, I want to announce the first contest. We want you guys to give us a suggestion for when we're able to open at 25%, what kind of wine tasting experience should we create? Because opening at 25% will not be the wine tasting experience we're used to. It'll be a little bit of a different vibe. It'll be just kind of a different setup with social distancing and all. Give us your suggestions for what we can do. Send us an email with that suggestion, and I'm going to put the prize in the email. Make the email title Sangria, and then put your suggestion for what we can do when we reopen at 25%. And all those people who enter, we'll put you in a lottery. We'll pull a name, and the winner will get some Sangria and one of our beautiful Orange Coast Winery masks. So contests at orangecoastwinery.com. Subject Sangria. Body of the email. Give us a suggestion for how we can be a good wine tasting experience. No, screw that. A great wine tasting experience when we're open at 25%.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah,
and
Peter.
That was a great segue into the vintage because I think there's some members out there that have had Petite Sirah in the past. And I think of us here, the staff here, we tasted this vintage and we said, nailed it. I think that was our comment. We basically said, okay, they toned it down a little on the tannins. I know some of us like Tannenbaums. And they said, we brought up the fruit a little bit. Now, how did Tannenbaums? Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm still done. Oh my gosh, that should be a Christmas party here. That should be the theme.
That is a great idea.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
I hate event planning, but I came up with the name.
Shauna,
if anyone else would like to. event plan.
Jenna, please, Jenna.
Have your sister Bobby come up. We want to introduce Bobby to everybody. Bring your sister up. I don't know where the kid is and her husband, but bring up Mama. She has gracefully declined.
No, but we do want a Delta. Where's our little?
She'll come back.
Delta is stealing hubcaps in the parking lot.
I can't believe you guys didn't hear. She just had dinner here at the winery. Not the winery did not make her dinner. I brought her dinner. Oh, she was eating the tart.
So when our 10-month-old loves food and she loves
loves food.
Skipped right over the purees.
She ate baby food for a week and a half, and then she was like, "I'm sorry, you're eating steak."
When she enjoys her food,
it's like,
and I thought she was like moaning over, I don't know.
I made her dinner and I brought it. She said no,
but it was the tart.
Sierra's tart instead.
It was the tart.
Sarah, can you put me on camera? I just need to make a small announcement.
Announcement. Side camera. Ooh.
Bobby, who's also known as Shauna's sister.
It's really my mom. That would be weird.
It's her mom. Okay, but she told me that this little face that she brought in here, that's enjoying all this food and getting all the attention, is so easy compared to her daughter Shauna.
100%.
100%. I can't believe that, but I can't wait to hear more stories. Anyway, you guys will get to meet Delta. She's a hurricane.
See, this is what we do is we just we're stringing you along, and then it's like the grand finale at the end is
hold on,
Delta.
Amber, 1 second before Amber is so kind. Who else pours when they pour wine, as a couple, and you pour it exactly even, and then you bend down to look to make sure it's even and just make sure it's all good before you enjoy your first bottle on a Friday night? Look how I did it, and this is mine. I'm sure you can't see, but Shauna's is quite a bit lower, and so Amber was kind enough to run over to try to put more wine in Shauna's, so it didn't make me look bad. So thanks. Yeah.
You say white pants.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, right over the pants.
I think that's proof right there how good this wine is. Because it's gone. Mm-hmm. I don't know what we're going to do. Just kidding.
Is it?
Actually, I have a question. Can you, because I think this is a good general question, and I don't really fully know the answer, but why is it Syrah, Syrah, and Petite Sirah, Sirah, and what is kind of the general difference between both?
Everything.
I am so glad you asked that question because they are different grapes. Believe it or not.
There we go.
Syrah
Okay.
and Petite Sirah are not the same grape. Actually, Petite Sirah did start as a combination of Syrah and another grape by natural pollination, but the end result is a completely different grape. Smaller in size, different characteristics, more skin to inside ratio. Therefore, you get the bolder color, more taste. So it is a different wine. In fact, one of the things that people probably don't know is that Petite Sirah, believe it or not, in the old days, back in the 60s, was more popular in Napa than Cabernet.
This is so interesting to me.
Is there a little documentary on that? I feel like I just saw that. I
Could
just
be, I
heard
don't
that
know.
comment recently.
Because there is
Right?
No, I don't think so.
there is
No,
actually a
maybe.
website, I Love PS, which is I Love Petite Sirah, and they will take your money and everything to promote Petite Sirah. There's people that love it that much.
Where is like the best region that grows Petite Sirah grapes? Like what's known? What place is known for that?
So I'm going to get into trouble here, but in my mind, it's Lodi.
Oh, interesting.
And the reason for that is Petite Sirah, you want some big characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
You want some big. And Lodi is probably the big capital of the world as far as grapes go. And the reason for that is just the way they grow. They happen to have you're talking jam, fruit bombs. They can have the jammiest ever known to man, in my opinion. And at the same time, they can grow it in such a way that they show some restraint. Now, where do you think this is from?
Not Lodi.
It is. So this is actually
He's
from some.
wrong.
Well, I only said that because you
He's
said you were going to get me in
wrong.
trouble. So
But because anytime you ask that, there's going to be experts out there that go, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." And I've studied all the areas of the world and so forth, so on. I'm quote unquote. But to me, California does a lot of things right, and some people don't like it. Some people don't like that we push the alcohol. Some people don't like that we push the fruit. And I say it's all about what you want. You can find it here, and you have to look. That's why this Petite Sirah, in my opinion, does show some restraint for a Petite Sirah, because Petite Sirahs are known to be even bigger and
What's the
bolder
alcohol
than this.
content on our Petite
I
Sirah?
don't remember on this one. I'm guessing it's
Pull
in
it out.
14.3. Oh,
no
sorry.
way. Yeah.
Ooh,
14.3.
do we have a prize? Oh wait, he works here.
We have the wine man.
We have the wine man, and alcohol is.
Oh no, this camera.
There you go. Oh, we moved it. Oh, look at that. It actually focused on it. Thank you. And focused on Matt. Which one looks
There we
better?
go.
Does the bottle look better?
He's
Does
holding
Matt
the
look
bottle
better?
over me. If that says anything.
He's Wait.
Yeah.
Why?
Uh-huh.
There you go. You took pretty out of the picture.
It's okay.
So frustrating when I have a guest that's a bigger ham than me.
Well, so I walked in and I said, "Gosh, dang it! Like I like working the stage, but so I'll sit down." Anyway,
So from a history of Petite
There was
Sirah,
no message in there, Matt. Do what you do. Matt, you be you.
oh my gosh,
From
Shauna
the-
put me on stage at an event a couple weeks ago, and she gave me a microphone that was only about the cord was only 3 feet in length, and I was so mad. I even made a comment about it to the audience, and it was terrible.
So farmers have been messing around for centuries, and back in the 1800s, they were trying to figure out how to make a more disease-resistant varietal of Syrah, and voila, Durif, as it's what's called in the industry, came out of it, and that's now Petite Sirah.
So when was the last time, whether it be a Friday night or Saturday night event like this or whatever, that you pushed the big wave? Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it would have been exactly
2
2 weeks ago.
So okay, I was just confirming it was in the past and it's not coming up next week, because I like the Petite Sirah more 4 weeks ago.
Oh,
So-
4 weeks.
So
Sorry.
I like
this
the
is
Petite
this
Sirah
is what's
more.
happening during this time. Nobody knows
Yeah.
how long.
Well, because we do
things
something
take and
every
when.
2 weeks, and that would have been 4 weeks ago.
Today
Well,
might
pop,
be
things that go
Tuesday.
pop.
We don't know.
TGIF. TGIF.
Well, I enjoy the Petite Sirah more than I like the big wave.
Ooh.
And
Shut up.
no, I do, and I'm like, I was just making sure Big Wave, we weren't having that as a special next week, but
You guys, there's a vote of all the live tastings. You get to vote which one's your favorite. So I'm just putting in a little plug right now.
no,
that-
ask everyone out there to vote for either the Big Wave or the Petite Sirah.
Yeah.
Is that a fair vote? Is that a fair engagement request?
It's interesting to know everybody's preferences.
Right,
And
but you'd probably not prefer to do that. So let's.
no, I'm happy to do it. Tell us what you prefer.
Well, I
Tell us what
Clearly
you
prefer
And
the Petite
there's,
Sirah.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with what you prefer.
right.
There's
Wine's
nothing wrong with
all
what you prefer.
all about your preference. I think David
So
would
actually-
agree, right? Ooh.
I do like that.
Let's open
Yeah.
a big wave for Shauna.
Oh,
Now let's talk a little bit about this wonderful thing that I like to call wine experience. The wine experience involves a whole bunch of things. Now, one of them that happened today is you came here.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, what
Mhm.
happens when you do that, when you go visit a location like us, like Orange Coast, you have a tendency to concentrate more on the wine. In other words, it's not just
I agree.
grab it and drink.
Mhm.
It's like, let's pay attention to what we're drinking. Plus, we gave you a fantastic tart.
Yes.
Tort? I guess it's really a tort. Is it a tort or a tart? Tart. Okay, it's a tart. Tart.
Is there an E at the end
Yeah.
or no E?
So,
Sierra is a tart, not a law.
but because of that concentration, because you were asking me how to taste, I think you paid more attention,
Mhm.
and that is why you enjoyed it more. I think they're fantastic wines, and per occasion, there may be a favorite. And they're going to open it, and we're going to try it, I guess.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Live.
I didn't mean to.
There you go.
Create a
his
and hers.
No,
but.
I do think that's totally true because have you ever? Sometimes when you go wine tasting somewhere and you drink the wine, it's a totally different experience that you have, and sometimes. If you're at home and you take that first sip of wine, like I've said this to Matt before, I'm like, ooh, I feel like I'm wine tasting. Like it has that distinct taste.
Jumps out and grabs you.
Yep.
Yeah, yep. It really does. But there absolutely is something like completely different about the event and going wine
absolutely.
tasting.
But when I'm wine tasting and I like a bottle, like when
so
frequently when we come or so, the Chardonnay might taste different this week, the next week. If I'm tasting and I say I love this, I'll walk away with the bottle. I'll buy the bottle that night because I don't know if it's probably what you're saying, David. It's part of the experience, but at that moment, it tasted such a way. And when I'm like, I like
you
that,
want to capture
I want to capture it. I want to take the bottle home. So
that's the best reason to buy. There's 2 good reasons. Well, there's 100 good reasons to buy a bottle of wine. One is because you had a fantastic experience. You go somewhere, you taste it, buy those bottles. Absolutely. The other is you want to invest in a winery that's doing things right, like us. You want to buy the bottles.
Oh, sure.
All those reasons. Now,
what's that? Yeah. No, but how much when you're tasting here and you enjoy your complimentary tasting, you enjoy the experience, with your bartender, your support. How great is it to walk away with a bottle?
Sales associate. It's good for us.
Sales associate.
And it's good for you.
And it's
we
good for
call
you.
that a win-win.
A win-win.
We call that a
It's a
win.
win-win.
Absolutely.
Can I go on camera? Young Sierra. So I just want to comment on the conversation we've had over the last 5 minutes. So I think Matt, also known as Pat, likes the Petite Sirah over the Big Wave. What was her original name? Jenna?
Jenna. I'm Jenna.
Jenna, also known as Shauna on TV, likes the Big Wave.
It's my stage name.
They're both some of our best wines, and it does not matter.
Wait! I don't remember which one I like most. I haven't had the Big Wave in a minute, so this is the first time I'm trying it.
Well,
here. So
you work on that while I talk.
Okay.
So, what I found most interesting, and Sierra almost killed me for this, is Doug Weens, who makes wines for Orange Coast Winery. He makes wines for Weens Family Cellars. He makes wine for Wine Ranch. He makes a lot of wine. He knows from a long time ago that people's preferences are what matters. It's not what he likes. It's what customers like. So when a customer says they like something or don't like something, it doesn't bother him. He just wants to make sure he provides something that they like. And in our case, in most of our cases, we have many wines that people like. I will have to say, now that I set it up, Sierra wanted to kill me the time that we released a new rosé of Malbec, and she loved the first rosé of Malbec she tried when she was here, and I brought out the new rosé of Malbec. She was like a little kid on Christmas. We opened the rosé of Malbec. She tasted it. I go, Sierra, what do you taste? And she goes, it tastes like disappointment. Because it was different. It was different. Things are different each year. And when she tasted it, she said that because she's an honest person. She was mad that I was an honest person and told that to Doug. But it doesn't bother Doug. It doesn't bother Doug. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of our winery. We are not Gallo. We're not Lay's potato chips. We're not Budweiser. We're a boutique winery. And you come try the wine because every year it's going to be a new experience.
So
thank God the Big Wave is awesome every year.
So by the way, I don't know
Mic drop.
what Sierra's official stance is on the current Rosé of Malbec. Oh, it might be gone. It's gone. So it's gone. So never mind. But while it was here, she left with a bottle on more occasions than I have fingers. Guaranteed.
Each night?
Not each night.
And the reason there is
And when
no
you work the
more
double?
is because of Sierra.
She left 9 times with a bottle because David is a cartoon character with 4 fingers on each hand.
I like that. So, okay. Sarah is...
Mom, if you're watching, I don't drink that much. I drink a healthy, normal amount of wine.
Healthy. Healthy is key here. Okay, now that we've done all that,
My doctor says 2 bottles a day are good for the heart.
put us on split screen if you can for a second. And, okay, now let's get serious.
Oh.
Pick up the big wave. Oh, pick up the big
Matt
wave.
was trying to
See?
I
eat.
was just trying to
He
take
got
a
caught
bite.
in the middle of
the
eating.
tart. Pick up the big wave. Let's take a look at the color. If you have, oh man, look at that. Mine's gone of the petite.
We are
Let's-
always serious, David.
Let's compare the colors of the two.
Do you need to borrow a?
I think I remember. I think the colors are similar enough under this light, it would be difficult to tell. There is a slight difference. I think the brightness might be a little more on the big wave.
And the blood legs do not.
They don't look
drip
like
as-
blood.
yeah.
They don't drip the same. They're
They
not
don't
as
drip the
thick,
same.
Not as heavy. Okay. So the viscosity might be a little less.
Big
Now, let's smell. The amount of fruit on both is similar. I think the ripeness level might be a little more on the big wave,
Fruitier on the big wave.
fruitier. Okay,
Jammier on the big wave, not fruitier, jammier.
more jammy, jammier. Gorgeous. Would we be disappointed on the aroma on either one?
No.
No. Okay, now
No.
from a taste standpoint, big wave. What is the first characteristic as you're tasting the big wave that comes to your mind?
I apologize. Our guest may be distracted by a very cute child that they spawned is
Soon.
walking toward them with Bobby Mommy.
I thought
This
it was
has
I thought it was Sister Bobby.
This is really full.
Oh, you have to grow a little bit. Grow like there you go. Matt did it. Yay! Oh,
Matt ruined the setup.
Okay, now we have officially at OCW we have a baby cam.
Baby cam. Yes, 24/7.
Now we didn't see any alcohol. No, good. Now we're gonna get it picked up, and we'll switch to mommy baby cam. We have pretty ×2, pretty squared.
She wants to eat
Do you
the
wanna
mic.
say-
What do you want to say?
Now we've talked about the perfect marriage. Now we're moving on to the perfect family.
David, that was. Oh, thank you.
A
I am the
older
big wave.
daughter
Matt
and a
is the
younger
Petite
son.
Sirah, and Delta is
She's our.
Delta's tequila.
Yeah, Delta's tequila.
What do you want to say?
I just like things that
She
I
thinks
can
it's an
eat
ice
and
cream
put it
cone.
in my mind. Oh, look at that!
Peter. I love Peter. Peter's so sweet.
Where are you going?
Oh, she sees the
Bye.
veggie straw on the floor. Probably
She
don't let her have
is
that, Mom.
hands down her father's daughter.
Absolutely.
Absolutely her father's daughter.
Every time I get her out of her crib, I just say, "Oh, my little mini me, I love it. I love it."
Now we didn't comment. We talked behind the scenes on Matt's T-shirt.
Mhm.
Anybody that remembers Matt probably remembers that same T-shirt. And he would pour you wine. Now
We have a
he
question.
He has some stories. We're not going to go into them. That he poured some of you a little too much wine. Anyway, take it away, Peter.
No. Sierra was raising her hand. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Failure to communicate.
So let's taste the sangria and talk about the sangria when
Oh.
you're ready, David.
Now, on the big wave, the jury's still out. I think the only way.
Excuse me, David. Bobby needs some sangria.
You want my sangria? Now, the only way to solve.
What about
the
Bobby Daddy?
The only way we're going to solve the big wave versus Petite Sirah is for you to buy both and let us know. What
That's
you
right.
think. That's the only way. That's it. Now, on the sangria, this is a fall special that I personally think Peter should let Amber tell you about because I'm the worst at explaining these recipes. But what I will explain is that when I smell this, I smell apple pie.
Amber is happy to explain the sangria, but it'll be from off camera because she's been working her butt off.
She's been working her butt off filling orders because today was pickup day, which I don't even know how many you did. Maybe she wants to tell us. Maybe
Not
she
enough.
doesn't.
Pick up more.
All I know is I had to change from a sweater to an OCW T-shirt, and I was a little sweaty. So
There you go, sweaty. I saw that shtick. That was good.
I was not a donkey, but I was sweaty. So
I smell some cinnamon.
So for our new sangria, this is our fall caramel apple spice sangria.
Oh,
It is featuring our OCW Albarino.
which
It
we tried early.
has cinnamon sticks, Honey Crisp apples, apple cider, and caramel syrup. It
And
is
caramel
delicious.
syrup.
It has
It
all
is
your
delicious.
favorite fall flavors, and I think it just tastes like fall in a glass. So
It does. Fall in a glass. Thank you, Amber.
you're welcome. Enjoy it.
Did you want to shout out to any of your special members that treated you especially well today?
There was a very special member, and I don't know if she wants her name reported online or
Probably not.
live, so I will just say thank you. She was very, very sweet. She was picking up a lot of wine today, and she gifted all of us here at the winery with a bottle of Dark Sea because she said we were very sweet in filling her order and helping out, and she just really appreciated us. So she wanted to gift us with that, and I told her she did not need to, that it was her wine. She could take it home, and she said, no, I insist. You guys take that bottle.
Very cool.
And we're currently drinking that back here. So thank you.
Thank
you know who you are.
Absolutely. All right. So I think we are getting down to the last 5 minutes or 4 minutes of our show today. And I think I would like to thank some people. Number one, I want to thank our guests, Jenna
Thank you.
and
Patrick.
Jenna.
Jenna and Patrick.
Oh, Peter
Oh,
ruined it.
Uncle Peter, no
scared.
good.
Oh, said I can't go to Dad. I'm unhappy. Oh, look at that. She
Where's
loves
my
Dad.
wine?
Okay, Shauna and Matt, thank you so much for coming on the show. And between the two of you, I think you each are going to fight it out as to Petite Sirah or Big Wave. And you're going to have to come back and get cases of both because I think that's what it's going to take.
Well, we will bring home both tonight. So when's the next scheduled pickup date? Wednesday. And when does the order need to be placed by? Tuesday.
Tuesday for Wednesday.
So we have a few days until Tuesday to place the order for both of these wines because I think we have ample stock of both, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. We have to move our pickup for next Saturday earlier to Friday. So please come in earlier and put in your order earlier if possible so that we can fulfill your orders on Friday. And we will do the best we can.
And this
So
is
thank
not
you.
about
If you need to pick up Saturday, old people will bring you your wine. Do not worry. We'll be here. We just walk slowly.
We walk slow. Us old people, and I put myself in that category. Look at that. We had a corner baby there for a slight second.
Can I do the last contest?
Yes, you may.
Contest subject Petite Sirah. To enter, you have to send an email to contests, CONTESTS, at orangecoastwinery.com. Contest at orangecoastwinery.com. The subject must be Petite Sirah. You have
How
to
are we
spell it.
spelling it?
That's
You have to
an
spell it. You have to
SI.
spell it correctly.
Correctly.
Spell it correctly.
Look at your bottle.
Shauna did explain it or order
Look at your
one.
order form.
That's a quiz based on earlier.
And in the subject, tell David how awesome he is. That's all you need to do. Tell David how awesome he is. If you leave it blank, you're still eligible for the prize.
And then we'll know that you don't
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. And the winner will get a prize that consists of Petite Sirah, and a mask similar to the one I'm wearing.
All right.
Peter, have you ever given away an excursion with you and David down to Temecula to get wine?
We are planning on doing that when we have
When things
the
get
safety of the wine tasting experience there.
Okay, geez, sorry.
There was a question from one of my employees whether that was a punishment, and I tend to agree.
Employee or former employee? Just clarify.
Current employee, okay. a COVID employee.
Ooh, good question.
They
Sarah.
get to taste wine.
Wait, can you repeat the question? Yeah.
They get to taste wine. The question was, do they get to taste wine or count inventory? They get to do both. And they got to watch me sleep on the way back because I'm a person of age. I am, this may be surprising, but I'm over 30. Mr.
Smidge.
What does just a smidge mean? Oh, was this mic on?
Did I forget to thank anybody? Sierra, thank you. Wonderful tart. To all the crew. Sarah,
all the crew,
Amber,
yay.
Daniel,
And David,
thank
obviously,
you.
the one with all the information.
Oh, I didn't get enough out today, but we
Sha-
had fun.
Shonda and Matthew, do you have anything else to say in conclusion?
Well, so I actually already have my contest entry, and so I want to just put it out there so that nobody else takes it right now. And so 2 years ago, actually today, Matt and I were wine tasting in South Africa, and we were at an amazing vineyard, and it was the most unique tasting I had ever been a part of. And essentially what they did is, if you've ever been a part of a silent disco before where you have headphones on and everyone is listening to the same music, but it's obviously silent in the room because everyone's listening to the music on headphones. This is how the wine tasting was done. And so every single tasting that happened, and there was 10 tastings, they do it differently in South Africa. They just, whatever. And so every single tasting had a song paired with it, and you got to listen to that song while tasting. And so it was a god-awful mess of everybody singing, but if you took the headphones off and you heard everybody singing really out of key and terribly, it was
Is she
awful
talking about
and
me, Sierra?
hysterical. Yeah, so that's going to be my suggestion for when Orange Coast Winery reopens, if that's how they need to do it. Yeah. So I put a little bit on my Instagram story, if you follow me, of Matt and I humming awfully to a song we were listening to while tasting. Yeah. So yeah, go check it out, and then
Matt,
nobody take that. That's my idea.
What's your comment, Matthew?
From
New Jersey.
I love the fact that you asked us, to come and do this. So I'm thankful for this, because I've not I've not been in this room for since March or whenever it was. So this is really, really cool to be able to take part in this and to have some one-on-one time with David. Back in the day, the pre-mask day, after the shift was done, David used to just spend a little bit of time, sneak a bottle of wine and put it in a brown bag and not let anybody see exactly what it was, and pour it out, and then he would talk about it in a similar way that he is tonight, and that helped me learn and grow my basic wine knowledge. So that was really cool. So getting to be able to do this with you for an hour is pretty damn cool. But I love being here, and I love the environment here, and I believe Peter has shared with me a very, very little bit about what he anticipates the 25, 50, 75% capacity being like, and I know we're getting so much input from our viewers today, but it's going to be a really great time when Orange Coast Winery can open in whatever way the government allows it to open. It's going to be a really great time, and I'm excited to be back. So thank you for having us, and thank you for letting us have fun tonight.
Thank you.
Matthew, what's your favorite part about Shauna?
Wow. So I don't have one favorite part, but thank you for asking that, Peter. I have a lot of favorite things about Shauna. One of the best things about her, second to our family and our love, and our daughter and how awesome that is.
Don't forget your dog.
The dog, my
Dog
puppy,
and daughter sound the same.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's right. My pup is a important kid too. But it's that Shauna and I have the same love language. And if you know what love languages are, there's 5 of them. It's a great book. Go read it. It helps you. But one non-existent love language that we both share is called travel. And so we both. So what I love most about Shauna is that we have a love language in common, which is travel. So my most favorite thing about Shauna is our love to experience and to travel and have relationships. So
Matt, what is your shared love language with David?
So my actual love language is words of affirmation and brown bag. That's the second one. So words of affirmation
Travel,
and brown bag. So I would imagine, David, that your love language is words of affirmation. Is that true? Do you know what love languages are?
No, I don't. I'm going to have to
go read that book. It's a good book.
Yeah.
This is your homework between this Friday and next Friday.
Just read the book.
It's very short. It's a short book.
Yeah.
All right.
Shauna's is acts of service and gifts. So,
but
anyway,
gifts.
I mean, we're but
emphasis
thank you.
on the gifts.
And we've talked before on this channel about the journey of wine, and that many times includes travel. And thank you for traveling with us.
Thank
on
you.
this
Oh, I
virtual
like
adventure.
that segue.
And right,
please
and we'll
don't forget
see
Jenna.
you. We'll see you next time, Jenna. Thank you.
So Sierra, just in closing, if I may, I want to thank our audience. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Some people know this, many people don't, but we've been associated with Orange Coast Winery for a few years, but our official purchase happened in April, 3 weeks after the shutdown started. And we're hanging in there. We're providing wine to our customers. You guys are doing a great job supporting local business, and we hope you continue that while we find our way through this pandemic or whatever you want to call it. And we look forward to supporting you through the next few months for Christmas and the holiday season. We look forward to supporting you in 2021. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And to all, good night.